Hello everyone! So guess where I'm at? I am in Toronto. It is the first day of the Toronto International Film Festival, and this actually marks my first time that I've ever been at TIFF. So my goal is to watch as many movies as I possibly can and drop as many reviews as I can throughout the next week or so. And earlier this morning, I started my TIFF journey with Kitty Green's The Royal Hotel. So this is the filmmaker behind The Assistant, and I really like The Assistant. I was really excited to see what film Kitty Green would make next. The Assistant was, a methodical kind of portrait of a woman suffering abuse in the workplace at an office. And The Royal Hotel explores some similar themes, but on a slightly larger scale and is a little bit stylistically different as well. Instead of cold, sterile office spaces, The Royal Hotel is set at a rundown hotel bar in the Outback where our two female lead vagabond characters have run out of money and are forced to take a job working as bartenders. From the get-go, there's a subtle uneasiness that lingers as we watch these two female travelers, Hannah and Liv, arrive at the bar, start learning the ropes and getting to know the usual barflies. The bar they work at are filled with predominantly male drunkards, and most sport menacing grins and take part in untamed roughhousing. So tensions also build in our main characters as well. They have different opinions on whether they should stay or whether they should go. And one is more trusting and seemingly unfazed about the dangers that surround her. And she brushes these incidences of harassment as just like, oh, that's just what they do down here. And she's played by Jessica Henwick, who you may recognize as the assistant actually to Kate Hudson's character in Glass Onion. Hey, the assistant. And the other girl is played by Julia Garner, whose character is much more untrusting, feels much more unsafe and talks about being a daughter of a heavy drinker. So this all boils, all these scenes, one scene after another. There's a microaggression here. There's like a very revealing off-color comment. One scene, one of the women notices graffiti with the words, I believe it said fresh meat, and underneath was a picture with a woman's chest exposed. Another suspenseful moment involves an encounter when one of the grimy regulars tries to get into the women's rooms at night. It reminds me very much of like that scene in No Country for Old Men. And this is something Kitty Green is really good at. Her direction is so controlled, and she has this natural ability in creating a simmering suspense. And you never get the sense that you're in wobbly hands at all. She's very much in control. Like The Assistant, the film explores the predatory nature of men. A snake is used one time in the film to symbolize the way a male character sees women, not as an individual, but as some creature to catch and conquer. And sometimes we see predators in the film come in different forms too. Some are hyenas who doesn't really hide their motivations, and some come in a wolf in sheep's clothing, which appears sweet on the outside but secretly hold these alternative motives. As we sit in anticipation, when we finally reach our conclusion, it admittedly isn't like a complete knockout, which is what stops me from totally gushing about the film, because as much as I was hooked, I admittedly do wish it all led to a more dynamic and impactful conclusion that was, that packed more of a punch. The movie, in many ways, actually reminded me of 1971's Straw Dogs, but exchange that shocking climax with something more subtler and realistic. But there are many redeeming qualities that I loved about the film. The cinematography was done by Michael Latham, who actually shot The Assistant, and the film just looked terrific. The lighting was made to mimic the look of cheap bar lights, and it always cast colors on actors' faces, and the location and the production design was perfect. The bar was always so appropriately dirty and moody. All of them played their roles completely authentically, and under Green's direction, there was hardly a false note. Julia Garner, working with Green before, gives a nicely nuanced performance. Hugo Weaving plays a barkeep who is also an alcoholic himself, and he has this immediate commanding presence whenever he's on screen. Another actor who really stands out is Toby Wallace, who plays a charmer, but underneath his charisma kind of lurks something a little bit more sinister. Overall, The Royal Hotel is a successful follow-up, and I think shows growth and further evidence of Kitty Green's natural ability and control behind the camera. It successfully created a really unsettling atmosphere, but did wish it led to something more satisfying. But there's a lot I admire about this film, and I'm really excited to see what Green does next. So I'm going to give it, I'm feeling generous. I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. Now, in terms of Oscar potential, I would be surprised if this got nominated anywhere. Like The Assistant, it's a slow burn, doesn't really pack that punch needed usually for indies to really turn the heads of larger, flashier films that play this year. So I could see maybe more like Independent Spirit Awards, nomination perhaps for Julia Garner, who's nominated for Best Actress, perhaps cinematography, and maybe Best Supporting Actor nom at the Spirits. But that's about all I could really see happening for this film. But anyways, that's all I got for you today. I gotta get to bed because I got a screening early in the morning, so I got more reviews to come. But comment below what films you want me to review while I'm here at TIFF. We got a few coming up, man. We got The Boy and the Heron, we got Next Goal Wins, The Holdovers, but comment below what you want me to review. Follow me on Twitter or Letterboxd for immediate reactions of the films, links in the bio. Thanks for watching, see you in a bit, and of course, as always, see you at the Oscars. Oh. So I'm into the movies at TIFF. My girlfriend was all about the food. She hunted down all the Canadian must-try snacks. So I guess I'm going to be trying Lay's ketchup. Okay. I like it. Yeah, I'm a fan of it.